Hey guys, this is Kevin O'Toole, and this is my week 2 discussion video for Java 2 term 1406. What are my thoughts on multiple activities? I actually like multiple activities. I think Java has a little bit simpler way of implementing it than iOS, especially when it comes to the explicit intent. What are my thoughts on explicit and implicit intent? Like I said about the explicit intent, I think it's a little bit simpler than than iOS. Implicit intents are pretty cool. In my app, I used it to go to one of the links on the Instagram page. It's the link of the photo that the user is clicking on. So I thought that was pretty cool. What could I have done differently? The only thing I think I would have done differently had I had time, and I know this is early and I still have tomorrow, but I'm not sure how much time I'm going to have to be able to work on this tomorrow. But the only thing I would have done was either put a search feature or a spinner that would break down, instead of having the information how I have it showing, maybe just show usernames or just the images or something like that, but possibly for next week. And the only thing I could use a little bit more clarification on was the on-save instance. That I had to watch a bunch of tutorials and go through a bunch of forums before I can figure out what I was doing wrong. Here I'm just going to walk through my code quick. Here's my main activity. Here I turned my class that I was using, my custom class for my array list, into a serializable component. It's the only thing I could find online that got my code to work. I don't know if I was doing something wrong. Here I have my, checking the on-saved instance. Coming down, everything else is pretty much the same. I did do a little bit of customization on my alert view, but I'll show that here in a little bit. Here's my on activity result, and there's the alert dialog for the rating alert, which I did do some customization, which you'll see. And here's my on saved instance and my on restore instance. And then come over to my detail view. Here I have my strings, which is I use for my my layout view. Here we have the intent, which is getting the extras from the main activity. And then here is where I'm passing the rating bar. I did do a bit more. I have a layout for the alert dialog, which is my custom layout. And then I did have a bunch of strings that I added on this week, as well as, I don't know if I mentioned it last week, but I did customize my action bar last week. Alright, so here is my app on the left. Here we can see I customized the icon this week from last week to be images of, last week I had it where it was, they were putting in a search and it was changing the URL. So this week I have it so that it's just the one URL that's being pulled, which is from Instagram with the tag of USMC. So I customized my app to be USMC colors and to match. So here if they click browse, the list view pops up and it's got a 50% transparency so that you can still see the image in the background, but that it doesn't take away from the list view. I kept pretty much everything else in the list view the same. Here if they click on an image in the list view, it pulls up the detail view, which I added a transparent image here on the right just to tie everything in together. Here I have the user image, the username, and their full name. And then here's a larger image of what the tag image was. And then the rating bar here, which we can rate this, whatever we want to rate it. And then here I'm going to show my implicit intent before going back to the other screen. And it pulls up the Instagram link for that image. And then from here, the user can either log into Instagram and go from there. Going back. Okay, it's running slow, but going back here, okay, so we have the rating is still there. And then going back, we have, if it wants to show up, there's my custom alert. I added the image that was from my detail view. I customized the text color here as well as the message text. And then that goes away. And that's it. I hope everybody had a good week, and I look forward to next week. Talk to you guys later.